BuddyNow AI prediction comes true again. This coming prediction warning is terrifying. Our BuddyNow AI predictions have unfolded exactly as forecasted. Every detail spot on. Watch the 2026 USA forecast videos on BuddyNow Spot On link. But here's where it gets chilling. The next dire prediction warns that if the USA decision on deploying ground troops is executed, it will unleash disastrous ripple effects. USA troops will incur massive casualties. A catalyst that drives economic downturn, political turmoil, and social unrest. Coincidence or cutting-edge foresight? You decide. Check the video, see the evidence, and brace yourself for what's coming next. Warning. USA Secretary of State Marco Rubio said on Friday, March 27, 2026. The United States could achieve its objectives in Iran without the use of any ground troops and expected its operation to conclude in a matter of weeks, despite recent deployments of additional forces to the region. Yet, today, March 28, 2026, BuddyNow Algorithm prediction points to a 99% chance of ground troop deployment and invasion in Iran between March-April 2026. If that happens, there will be massive casualties among USA troops. This will also catalyze a deep economic downturn, and waves of political turmoil and social unrest in USA. Massive casualties. Deploying ground troops in Iran would not be a minor escalation. It would turn into a catastrophe. A devastating chain reaction would follow. Massive casualties among USA troops, regional stability, and the very future of the USA. This move would radically reshape the global order and will end the USA status as the preeminent economic and military power. This is more than a prediction, it is a grave warning. Deep economic downturn. BuddyNow made this prediction in December 2025. What the world is witnessing now is only the opening act. The ground troop deployment in Iran would accelerate a severe economic downturn, carrying a 95% probability of plunging into a full-scale economic depression in USA between July and December 2027. The consequences: shrinking markets, high jobless rate, rising debt, and a loss of investor and public confidence. Political turmoil and social unrest. Again, in our President Donald Trump's popularity video uploaded in December 2025, we predicted that Trump's ruling party would lose the upcoming midterm elections, and that the aftermath could be even more destabilizing with the deployment of USA ground troops in Iran. After the 2026 midterm election, there is a 95% chance that USA President Donald Trump could face impeachment, triggering acute political turmoil and widespread social unrest. This is not just a change of government. It is a breakdown from within. What are the outcome of this war conflict? USA. The war between Israel and Iran will end not in victory, but in stalemate. A costly deadlock masked by propaganda and half-truths. The USA's administration and its mainstream media may frame the outcome as triumph, but beneath the surface lies exhaustion. Massive casualties among USA troops, fading power, and mounting economic decline. USA's once mighty economy will spiral into collapse, its global influence eroding until it becomes a hollow image of its former self, a paper tiger parading faded power. If USA is continuing making the unwise decisions, in 6 to 7 years, there is a 40% chance that the USA could break apart, with the stronger state eventually standing as its own independent country. Over the short and long term, BuddyNow predicts that the USA will incur massive casualties by deploying ground troops in Iran. This will be a catalyst that drives a deep economic downturn, and waves of political turmoil and social unrest. Gulf Arab states. Iran, retaliating against USA-Israel's aggression, began attacking USA assets and military bases located within Gulf states' territory. The Gulf states was already marked by deep disagreement and fragmentation among its leaders. The outbreak of the US-Israel and Iran war further intensified these tensions, as factions within the Gulf states disagreed over the war's purpose and strategy. Disagreements over the war further shattered already fragile trust, turning allies into rivals and leaving the Gulf states deeply divided and uncertain of its future. The stability and prosperity of the Gulf states now hinge on one foundation: unified leadership. Gulf states leaders and citizens alike must rally behind Mohammed bin Salman's leadership and adhere to a cohesive strategy for a stronger and more unified Gulf states. Internal and external threats to MBS safety are likely, assassination attempts cannot be ruled out. Vigilance and unity are no longer optional, they are the lifeline of Gulf states' survival and stability. Iran. In contrast, while Iran will endure severe short-term devastation, its cities ruined, its economy shattered, and its people pushed beyond endurance. Yet from that destruction, over the long term, Iran will rebuild and strengthen. Within 22 years, Iran, once written off as broken, will emerge as a dominant regional power. And with or without regime change, Iran will have a more moderate government compared to current. At BuddyNow we have forecast reports, not just health. but also for wealth, relationship, and careers to enhance your well-being. Purchase your report now at www.buddynow.com.